If your pet is constantly itching, licking, or scratching, it might not be allergies at all. Chatty's here to break down a common allergy symptom and how to treat them. Hey, great to see you, Chatty. Thanks for joining
Hey, Jason.
us.
Hey, Mackenzie.
Hey, thanks for
Good to
bringing
see
Ace
you.
again.
Yeah, Ace is back.
Ace is back.
The band is back.
I love
He's
it.
so handsome, too.
Yeah.
So, Chatty, when pet owners think allergies, what symptoms usually come to mind, and what do you see most often?
Okay, so most often with allergies you see scratching, itching, and chewing, biting on their feet, scratching their ears. Fun fact, not so fun, but the most often reason people go to the vet is allergies, bar none. That is the number one reason people have to call their vet and go in to see their vet.
Do
Both
the
cats and dogs.
Do pet owners know that it's allergies, or are they like, my
Guessing, yeah.
dog is behaving strange?
They usually attribute it to allergies.
Okay.
So things like red, dry skin, flaky skin, just constant itching, maybe even just lethargy, bad digestion, all these things. So that's the thing, and there are things you can do for allergies. There's obviously Apoquel. We've heard about that. Does Ollie have allergies?
No, thank goodness.
Good.
He's got a lot of things.
But not allergies. So Apoquel and then diet. Okay, so most allergies are caused by either the environment, which is dust, pollen, even tick or flea bites,
Sure.
or just mold, things like that.
Yeah.
But it can also be diet. You can be allergic to, a lot of dogs in the last few years have turned up being allergic to chicken.
I've heard that.
Yeah, so that's an easy thing because you can control their
Yes,
diet.
right.
So it's good to just go back to the basics. Start with a very single ingredient food or simple ingredient food, and just slowly add back. Go to the basics, just salmon. Add back, and then you can figure out if there's a food allergy.
Okay,
yeah.
kind of
And
like that
sometimes-
elimination.
Yeah.
Yeah,
elimination, yeah.
sometimes you have to go with what they call a novel protein. So things like venison, rabbit, kangaroo. Stay away from the beef and chicken and pork that we're so used to. Sometimes duck is not as bad as chicken, but you got to figure
Interesting.
that out.
Yeah,
so
that's good to
that's
know.
an easy fix.
Yeah.
Takes time, takes patience, but you can do it. Now here's the problem. If your dog has a recurring ear infection and you go get the drugs and it goes away for a little while and then it just comes back.
Right. Just
Okay,
recurring.
so here's a test. Smell the ear. Smell the ear. Does it smell like Fritos corn chips?
Oh.
Then you might be looking at a yeast infection.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, now we know as humans that when we take antibiotics, we get a yeast infection because it upsets the biome in your gut. And the yeast is something that's always there, and it's not a bad thing until it's too numerous, until it takes over. When it takes over, say you've got an ear infection, you're scratching that ear. Next thing you know, your dog's chewing on their feet, and their feet are red in between the toes. Next thing you know, they've got these little scabby gray scabs all over their body, and they're starting to lose hair. They're not feeling very good.
Right.
Yeast is such a common problem, but the problem is it's hard to get rid of.
Okay.
So you can beat it back with steroids or antibiotics, but really you're not getting to the root cause. It's a fungus and it's alive.
Are you able to get to the root cause? Is
Yeah,
there
so
an
you've
answer?
got to starve it. So what feeds yeast? Sugars. What do carbohydrates turn into?
Sugar, yeah.
Sugars. So you've got to address it with both antifungal shampoo, sprays, things like that. Stay away from the steroids, stay away from the antibiotics, because that's just that's creating a vicious cycle. So go with kind of an Atkins diet.
Okay,
Very
Atkins
low
diet.
carb,
Okay.
very high protein. So when you do those special diets, you've got to stay away from the sweet potatoes.
Yeah.
You know, that lots of times it's white fish and sweet potato. So you got to go with something that's very low carb for
And
a
starve it
while.
out.
Starve it out. Now, when you're and you can add coconut oil. Coconut oil helps a lot.
Okay.
But you've got to go through the die-off period, which is they don't feel very good
Yeah.
because you're
How long does that
I was gonna
last?
say, how
just
long does
just
it
a couple
take?
of weeks, but you know
Okay.
you've got to do your research because yeast is kind of the silent killer. Because once it gets in the skin and the ears and all that, it can go to the organs, and it can cause leaky gut syndrome. So look for that smell, that yeasty smell. You know it.
Yeah.
You know when baking bread,
Sure.
but But yeah, Fritos corn chips. So if
That's a
your,
good
if your
telltale
dog's
sign.
ears are just really red and maybe greasy, and
Yeah.
you go back and you do all the things, the eardrops and all that, and
Yeah.
it just keeps coming back year after year, then you're probably dealing with yeast.
Yeah,
Well,
for sure.
well, thanks, Chatty, for
Yeah,
filling
thanks for
us
filling
in
us
and
in.
joining and bringing Ace.
You can reach out to the pros there at Dog Party USA. Reach out to Chatty if you got any questions. We always appreciate Dog Party USA sponsoring our Pet Talk segments. Thanks for being here.
Yes.
This guy doesn't look like he has any allergies. He is
No,
chill
no.
He
today.
looks very sleepy.
I don't think he does have allergies.
Well, thanks,
Oh,
Chatty.
Yeah, for sure.
Looking